All right, good morning, Poppa-D riders. Got my first receipt. I forgot to turn the camera on. We're going to head down here and get some goat-related items, and then we're headed on our ride. About 1,060 miles today total, all over the state of North Carolina. We'll come within miles of South Carolina and Virginia, but never cross the state line. So starting mileage is 44,227. And let's get this ride started. It is 42 degrees, and the temperature is going to drop down to 30 before I get up to the mountains. All right, Poppa-D riders, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing an iron butt in the state of North Carolina, all inside North Carolina, about 1,070 miles I got mapped out. But I'm also doing the goat ride for Mountain Monsters. So this is for Gavin, and we've got to find goat-related items. So I'm starting my day off here at Goat Island in Cramerton, North Carolina. Let's get this ride started. I'll tell you more about it on the way. All right, well, good morning, Poppa-D riders. We are on our way doing our goat ride. It's the January ride for Mountain Monsters, and it's in honor of Gavin. The ride has to be at least 1,013 miles. And I've been planning to do a iron butt in the state of North Carolina for a while. I've had this route built for probably a year, and you know, just waiting for the right weather, the right whatever time to go and do this ride. And I haven't done it yet. And well, Mountain Monsters came along, and they're going to have a monthly ride. And this month's ride is the goat ride, which is for Gavin. He lives out in Texas, and he's one of our heroes that's fighting Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. And in honor of Gavin, you have to ride at least 1,013 miles. I think his number is 13, so that's why it's 1,013 miles. And they call him the goat. He and his family have Stubborn Goat Coffee, so if you need some coffee, go visit them. I have a cup nearly every morning, and I've been getting some coffee from them for the last little bit, so you can wind up on a monthly subscription, and that's kind of what I do. Anyhow, go and get some coffee from Gavin. But Gavin, they call him the goat. Stubborn Goat Coffee is the thing, but the goat. So for Gavin, it's called the goat ride, and you have to get pictures of goat-related items. Live goats, goat signs, highway signs, billboards, road signs, street signs, whatever you can find that is goat related. So I started my ride out this morning in Cramerton and went by Goat Island and took my first picture. And our route today will take us within miles of South Carolina and within miles of Virginia. We're going to ride up to Mount Airy, the home of Andy Griffith, if you didn't know that. And we're going to go by the Loaded Goat. It's closed, but hopefully I can get a picture there, like it's temporarily closed. But I'm hoping the sign is still up. We're going to go by the Loaded Goat restaurant. If you don't know what that is, check out Andy Griffith and you'll figure it out. Anyways, we're going to go up there, and then we're going to go all the way back down towards South Carolina and head out toward the coast. So our ride today will take us from the Piedmont to the mountains, back through the Piedmont to the coastal plains, and then back to the mountains. And like I said, we will get within a mile or two of Virginia a couple of times, and within a few miles of South Carolina a couple of times. So I hope you guys enjoy the ride. I'm not going to be on here a lot while it's dark, but I wanted to come in here and say good morning. And yeah, we're headed up, and it's going to get cold. I've got some toe warmers in my boots. I tried to put hand warmers in these gloves, and they just wouldn't fit. I need to invest in at least some heated gloves, because it's going to get down to about 30, 29 degrees while we're up here at Mount Airy. And it's going to stay in the 30s until the sun comes up. And then it's going to get nice. It'll get up to the 50s today, so it'll be a good day. I just got to mentally get through this next little bit. All right, guys, I'll catch you a little bit later on. Let's enjoy this ride. All right, guys, we're here at fuel stop number 1. We're in Mount Airy. It is 30.2 degrees. I can't feel my fingers. So I'm going to get off the bike so I can get my hands warm and figure out if I can get these hand warmers inside my gloves while we're here. We're going to get a picture of the loaded goat. And then we'll head on down. And hopefully it's going to warm up in a couple of hours. But it is currently 3:28 a.m. And we really haven't gone but about 100 miles. Took a little time after I got the receipt this morning to go get the first picture of the goat sign. So that kind of slowed us down at the beginning. And so anyhow, let's pull over here and go inside, get warmed up. Let's go get our picture at the All right, I didn't know if I was going to turn the camera on or not. Man, I'm frozen. It's 28 degrees outside. It didn't get no warmer. So I took everything off. These hand warmers did pretty good, and I moved them from being on the palm side to the back side of my hand, and then they didn't do so well. So I didn't plan this stop. Little depressed. I think I'm going to be all right, but I got to give it a little bit. I got to thaw out. I don't have any heated gear. I need to invest in that. I at least need heated gloves, but I got so cold that I had to pull in here to try to warm up. I'm shaking, man. I'm shivering so bad, and really rethinking my life choices. I got to decide if I'm going to keep going today or just turn around and go home. I'm only about 100 or so miles from home if I take the most direct route, and I'm only 200 miles into the ride. I've been gone been up about 5 hours. Been gone about 3.5, 4 hours now. And I think I'll be all right once the sun comes up. I really want to do this ride for Gavin. I want to really do the goat ride. And it's only this month that I can do the goat ride. And this will be the last day of this month I can get it done. So we'll see. I missed the opportunity to get a goat picture in Mount Airy where I wanted to go. Called the Loaded Goat Restaurant. The restaurant's temporarily closed. Okay, cool. But hopefully I was going to get there and get the street sign or the sign of the restaurant, because I think it's still up. Well, they were doing construction right in the center of town, so I had to go through 35, 40 mile an hour speed limits to get to the center of Mount Airy, only to find out I couldn't get the picture and then back out on the highway. So that wasted a little bit of time. I probably should be closer to 300 miles into this ride right now. Anyhow, we'll get back after there as soon as All right, guys, I made it to Rockingham, trying to decide if I'm going to finish this ride. I still got about 730 miles to go to finish the ride, or I can be home in about 91 miles and just call it a day. I'm frozen to the core. I've had to stop so much that I'm really behind right now. So I could finish the ride, but I probably won't get home till late tonight, and it'll be cold again by the time I come out of the mountains, because I'll be back up in the mountains when the sun goes down. So I'm probably just going to give it up for today, chalk it up to a loss, lessons learned, and I'll do it another time. May change my mind when I get out to the bike, but right now, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. Thank you guys for riding along. Next time, maybe I can get this done. But sorry, Gavin, I didn't get your ride in. I don't know if I have another day this month. I can try this again. The January weather sometimes cooperates in North Carolina. Sometimes it doesn't. If I had heated gear, it wouldn't be a problem. If I had heated socks and heated gloves, it probably wouldn't be a problem, but I don't. So I'm probably just going to go back to the house. All right. Thanks for following along, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Well, guys, like I've told you before, if you're doing an iron butt, you've got to be willing to call it quits if you think your safety is in question. And I could have pushed myself harder, but I don't know that I would have made it to the end of this ride. And it would not have been safe for me to keep riding the way I was feeling, as cold as I was, and without the proper gear. So here's the lessons learned. I'm going to figure out how to at least get me some heated gloves and probably some heated socks. I'd like to have other heated gear, but it's hard to find it in my size. I'm a big boy,
and it's difficult to find things in my size, but we're going to work on that. Either way, I still had a good day. I was tired. I was exhausted by the time I got home. I came in the door. My wife said, "What are you doing back? I thought you were going to be gone all day long." I said, "Well, things changed, and I decided to come on back to the house. But I'm going to do my best to get this ride in this month, at least the goat ride. It will not be this in-state North Carolina ride, but if the weather's cooperating, I may try to ride south again where it's warmer and then get this ride in before the end of the month. We'll see what happens. I appreciate you guys following along with me. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Come back and ride with me again sometime. As always, I want you to have a blessed day.